It's always the biggest decision that I make is how we're going to begin. We're going to begin laying down. So come to your backs. Lay down. Oh, gosh, I nearly knocked the goddess of abundance over. Oh, she needs a bit of a dusting. Sorry, that's looking very, bad. I just realized something. Anyway, come to your backs. Bring your knees into your chest. I hope you can hear me okay today. I'm a little bit further away so that I can be fit in there. Just draw those knees in, relax the shoulders down. And just take a few deep breaths as you center yourself. Touch down. Onto this beautiful Monday morning. Take the knees to the right. And stretch your left arm left. Press the left shoulder blade down. Enjoy the lengthening of the left side of the lower back, the left waist, the left hip. If you want a little bit more, you can split the knees so that that top knee is just above the lower knee, and that just gives you a little bit more rotation here. Oh, it's so good. And then breathe deeply to increase the stretch. It kind of stands the body and then it helps you to release deeper into the twist. And then come to center, inhale. And then take the knees to the left. Stretch your right arm out to the right. Oh, little click there, yum. Enjoy those full deep breaths. Sometimes I think to myself, what is it that feels so good about breathing deeply? It's a signal that all is well. It's a signal that all is well within the body, and if it's not, and we breathe deeply, it helps us to return to that state. It's a signal that all is well in our environment, and if we breathe deeply, we become more conscious of our environment so that if it's not, we make changes, we move. Just calming. Come to center. Let's just do a little bit of a warm up in the abdominals. I still haven't figured out the best angle to have my mat on, so I'm always kind of spinning around. So as you bring your knees up, just make that adjustment of the pelvis so that the lower back is down and the tummy pulls in, so that tilting of the pelvis just draws the lower abdominals up and in, and then draw the knees forward until they're stacked over the hips. Notice how your pelvis wants to tilt and use the abdominals to keep the lower back flat. I already feel a burn just here, just holding my legs here, and I would imagine I've got reasonably strong abs. So, the subtlest movements of the abdominals can be some of the best. Keeping the lower back flat and the tummy in. We'll just start real gentle by pedaling the feet. Keeping that tilt, keeping the tummy in. Just enjoying that nice wee burn. And in this, I notice that my pelvis tilts constantly. And it's that correcting that is part of what strengthens our abdominals. And take a break. Oh man, lovely. Feel the heart beating. Give your body just a moment to regulate. And now take a nice big stretch from fingers to toes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring the arms around, bend the knees and lift your body up to boat. Still using those abdominals. Start by just bringing the shins parallel to the floor, then lift your chest. We haven't done any warmth in the hamstrings yet, so if you're a bit tight in the hamstrings, don't try to straighten the legs. If you know you've got mobile hamstrings, you could straighten the legs, feel that burn. Breathe. And then cross the legs, come to sitting. Somebody else has arrived. Just check that everyone's muted. Oh, good. Oh, Sarah, hello. Okay, so just take a moment. Again, let's enjoy the regulating of the breath. I knew this was going to happen. It's too hot in here. I need to turn off the aircon. So the shoulders drop and the chest lift. This is that time where you can get conscious about what you want to receive. What you want to receive from this class, what you want to receive from me. I don't have to know what you want from me. I'm just here to set up an environment for you to get what you need. So let me turn off that aircon unit and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, ladies, downward facing dog. Okay, so yeah, just walk out the legs. Pressing one heel at a time down into the floor. Stretching and releasing out the calves. And then we're going to pause in our down dog for a moment. Push the floor away from you, plug the shoulders in, wrap the triceps down, and then walk your hands to your feet, going to the back of the mat. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Interlace your fingers behind your back and fold, stretching into the fronts of the shoulders. Deep breathing. As you breathe in, come up to stand. Reach the arms overhead, look up. Exhale, come to stand. Inhale, reach the arms up again, look up. Exhale, fold forward over those legs. And we come into downward facing dog. Leave your hips back. And just start to walk the arms forward. You might need to bend the knees to keep the hips back. Walking the arms forward. And then maybe if you're open in the hamstrings, press the thighs back again. This is a really nice way to enter down dog. It brings the length into the upper body. A few breaths to center yourself in that momentary pause. Now exhale, walk your feet forward to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Exhale, fold. Come up to stand. Inhale, bend your knees if you need more support for the back. Exhale, come to stand. Reach the arms up again. Inhale. Fold forward over your legs. Exhale. I'm halfway up. Inhale. Step to the top of a push-up. Exhale. Take that moment to firm, same as we did on our back. Tuck the tailbone, pull the tummy in. Push the floor away from you. Keep the neck free. First round, you might want to come to the knees. You don't have to. There's a gentle rocking forward if your knees are lifted to come into chaturanga. Come to upward facing dog. Arms are straight. And then back to downward facing dog. Take a moment to regulate your breathing. We're going to take a twist here. Actually, no, we'll do one more round. Let's do another round. Inhale, push the floor away from you. Exhale, step your feet forward to your hands. Inhale, lengthen spine, broaden the upper back by pressing the chest forward. Interlace your fingers. Remember to alternate the grip with the other hand on top. Inhale, rise to stand. Flat back if it doesn't aggravate your back. Exhale, come to stand. Keep it flowing. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Long and broad. Plant your palms, step back lower, chaturanga. Rocking forward. Always lower to elbow height, no lower. Up dog. Downward facing dog. This is your moment to pause. Regulate your breathing, steady the gaze, which will steady your mind. Inhale. Now take your right arm under the body and hold on to the outer edge of the left leg. You can hold on to calf. You might go further down. And then you can start to twist using the strength in the right arm. If you feel that this is a little bit difficult, you can always shorten the start so the feet are closer to the hands. Inhale, release. Press your right palm into the mat. Exhale, take the left arm under the body. Few breaths. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, walk your feet forward to your hands. Inhale, lengthen and broaden. Exhale, fold. You're going to bend your knees, sink your hips, and rise up to chair pose. So just spin around just a little bit. Sink nice and deep. As you plug the shoulders in, you help to open the chest. Weight is in the heel, so the butt goes back a little bit, and then sink down until you feel the burn. One more breath in here. Straighten the legs, come to stand, exhale. We're going to return to chair pose. Bend your knees, sink your hips, reach up. Inhale. And come to stand, exhale. Again. Inhale. Exhale. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. This time we twist to the right. So bring your left elbow outside your right knee. Keep the kneecaps aligned. You can always bring your hand to your sacrum to see that it's like a flat tabletop. And then keeping that stability, you spiral the chest open. Some of you may like to open the arms. Some of you may need to, kind of warm into that a little bit. Really good rule of thumb is there space to breathe? You will be a little bit restricted. Okay, you're going to look down at your right foot. And as you breathe in, you're going to step your left foot back. So you're in a lunge. You can always come to that back knee if you need. Another slightly strange angle. Here we are in our twisting lunge. Breathe here. One more big breath in. Going to very gently unwind. Spin the left heel down and come to side angle. Raise your left arm. I'm going to come this way. So here I'm in the full pose. Remember, you can always come up here. So you want this right side body to be long, and you actually can give yourself an adjustment by taking the left hand to the right side body and literally lengthen it up. Some of you might like to bind. This is an example of a partial bind or the full bind. You come here. Take a few breaths. This is quite early in the piece for hips, I must say. So, you know, come here if you need. One more breath in. Exhale, place your hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, step to plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, rise upward facing dog. And exhale, roll back. Downward facing dog. This is your chance to reset and to breathe. Inhale. Exhale, step or maybe even hop your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees and rise to chair pose. Inhale. Pause for a few breaths. Maybe go a little bit deeper. So you're challenging the thighs and you're challenging the tummy. The thighs and the tummy, well, actually the tummy is going to work if you maintain alignment in the spine. Exhale, come to stand. Go deep into chair pose. Inhale. Come to stand. Exhale. Deep. Inhale. Stand. Exhale. Again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So keep those hips low. Really lift the arms and chest. That's where your body works. Last one. Chair pose. Inhale. This time, twist to the left. Exhale. This way so you can see. So finding the alignment in the legs, then you take the arm variation that works for you. The quality of breath is a really good rule of thumb. Lift the chest, spread it wide. Exhale, look down at your left foot. Inhale, step your right foot back. Breathe here. One more breath in, lift the chest. Then exhale, gently unwind. Spin the right heel down and come to side angle. I'm going to turn around so you can see me. Okay, so I did forget to mention that in the first round that for, you know, if you've got tight hips, this is probably where I would say to warm up into. A lot of Vinyasa 2 yoga practitioners have quite open hips, and if that's the case, you can go here. But again, it's this opening here and the lengthening here that will show you if you're in the right place. So I can do the full bind, but it doesn't actually feel good in my body, so I tend to not do it. And that's an important recognition to make, is do the poses feel right for you? For me, it feels like it's taking me too far into range. Big breath in. Exhale, place your hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment. Okay, so there's our flow. Just generate the deep breath. In down dog, it's your moment of pause to give you a chance to kind of settle the heart rate, but keep it pumping, keep the warmth in the body. And now we're going to put it together. So I'll stop spinning back and forth, and I'll just flow with you guys. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, step or lightly hop your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, chair pose. Inhale. Straighten your legs, Tadasana. Exhale. Bend your knees, chair pose. Inhale. Twist to the right. Exhale. Step your left foot back. Inhale. Gently unwind, spin your left heel down. Exhale. Side angle. Inhale, roll your chest open. Place your palms at the top of the mat. Exhale, plank. Inhale. Chaturanga. Exhale. Upward dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale. Feet to hands. Exhale. Halfway up. Inhale. Fold. Exhale. Chair pose. Inhale. Stand. Exhale. Chair pose. Inhale. Twist to the left. Exhale. A steady gaze will help with any wobbles as you step your right foot back. Inhale. Unwind, take the right heel down. Exhale. Raise the right arm to the ceiling, roll your chest open. Inhale. Place your palms at the top of the mat. Exhale. Plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. Keep it moving. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bring your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, rise. Exhale, come to stand. Inhale, return to chair pose. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, step your left foot back. Exhale, unwind, take the left heel down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, place your palms at the top of the mat. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, downward dog. Last round, inhale. Exhale, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, deep fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, step your right foot back. Exhale, unwind, take your right heel down. Inhale, raise your right arm to the ceiling. Exhale, place your palms at the top of the mat. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. You're just going to come back to your knees. Take child's pose. Settle in. Take a break. So as you just rest in child's pose, just feel how your body has this intelligence that slowly regulates the heart rate again. Notice how you're warm. And of course, these warm-ups are to slowly open up the body so that we can try what is called a peak pose in vinyasa. And the way I look at it is that we may prep the body, but we also need to prep our levels of concentration and our levels of embodiment. Because we might open the body and we might go, man, I really want to get that pose because I know it looks cool and I want to impress others. But if we're not embodied and if we're not fully conscious, then we could do it through ego, which is simply to place us above another, or because we feel beneath another. And I like to remind people every single time, the ego is not a dirty word in yoga. We just get a little bit too intoxicated by it. And so as we prep the body and we become stronger, we're switched on, the muscles open, we're also becoming more self-aware. Our concentration is kind of honing in so that everything we do is a discerning decision. So make your way now back into downward dog. Right. Raise your right leg. Inhale. You're going to pause with the right leg lifted and press your left heel down. So you might have the heel, if your knee is bent and your heel is up, that's fine. Just lift that leg a little higher. If your heel is up and your leg is straight, press it down and lift this leg higher. So you're actually getting a stretch in the left hamstring. Lift it a little higher. And then exhale, step the right foot forward between the hands. As you breathe in, you're going to come to standing splits. Pause for a moment here as you shift the weight into this right leg. So your fingers are just helping you with a little bit of balance, but the right leg is working and there's some weight bearing on it. Take a moment here. If you're a little bit more flexible, you can start to fold into the right leg, lifting the left leg higher. Inhale, come halfway up. Keep that arch lifted for balance. Come to pyramid pose. Just step the left foot back and fold down the right leg. So you can use props at home. 2 blocks is probably one of the best props you can purchase along with your yoga mat for an at-home practice. They are probably, if ever I've taught not in a yoga studio, those have been the things that I've missed the most if props are not available. But you can use whatever you have at home, because if you can bring your hand to your shin, but that can create a little bit more wobbles. Slowly fold into that right leg. Come halfway up, inhale. Press into both feet, including the back one. Press the left thigh back and bring your hands to your hips. Having your torso horizontal, shoulders at hip height. Legs are beginning to work now. You can leave your hands on your hips or at your heart. Or if you want a little bit stronger, reach the arms forward. You want to feel stable in your base, comfortable in your lower back, tummy switched on. Inhale, stand up. And then exhale, bring your hands to your hips. As you breathe in, you're going to hinge at the hips again, so tilt the pelvis forward and reach your left arm forward. Parivrita Trikonasana, revolving triangle. Exhale, take your left hand outside your right foot, and with your hands on your right hip, pull that crease back. And raise the right arm to the ceiling. Keep visiting that back foot. One more breath in here. Exhale, bring your right hand to your right hip, bend the right knee, reach the left arm forward. Inhale, raise your left leg and your right arm, Parivrita, Ardha Chandrasana. Oh, it's a killer. It's an absolute killer. One more big breath in here. Exhale, tuck your left knee behind your right and sit down. Take a twist. Raise your left arm, inhale, and twist to the right. Exhale. Breathe in here. Gently unwind and twist the other way. We're going to come to pigeon. So you're going to swing your, which one do we have? Swing your right leg behind you. Bring your left shin to the floor. Just fold over that leg. We'll just allow the body to settle into that. To go a little bit deeper, you can always slide the back knee back a little bit. Always being mindful of the knee of the front leg. Taking those big, deep breaths literally feels for me, oh, that sounds so cheesy, but it does feel like having a big glass of water, that big, deep, slow breath. You can also deepen this pose simply by lengthening the spine and flattening the back. So you can take an inhale, lengthen, send the chest forward, and then exhale, go in a little deeper. And slowly come up, inhale, plant your palms, tuck the toes of the back foot, lift the knee, and then exhale, step back and lower chaturanga. Flow through the vinyasa into downward facing dog. Raise your left leg, inhale. Pause. If your right leg is straight and the heel is lifted, work it down and then lift the left leg high. You'll get a really nice stretch. Or actually, should I say a full-on stretch. And then exhale, step the foot between the hands. Coming to standing splits. Yes, inhale, lift the other leg. So give this leg, some weight bearing. Make it work. Require more of it in a supportive way, so in a way where your body is aligned and safe, and then maybe go in a little deeper. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the right foot back for pyramid pose. As you come into your halfway lift, press your right foot actively down. Then exhale, hands to hips, heart, or forward if you want a little bit more. Find stability at your base and your core. Base, base, core. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Slide your fingers into the left hip crease. Inhale, reach your right arm forward as you come halfway down. Send the butt back. And then exhale, keep pulling this hip crease back as you take the hand outside the foot. I like to feel my sacrum just to realign the hips. It's quite a tricky pose to align. Often we collapse that back hip. It's not the end of the world. One more breath in here. Top hand to hip, bend the left knee, reach forward, Ardha Chandrasana. Paridivita, Ardha Chandrasana, should I say. I haven't done this in a while. You can see this leg is really struggling. Take a deep breath in, and then bend the left knee, tuck the right knee behind it. Switch it out. Whew. I was glad to sit down, believe me. Reach your right arm up, inhale, and twist to the left. Gently unwind. Whew. Twist the other way. Take the left arm, the left leg behind you, coming into pigeon. Fold forward. Just soften a little bit. We can tend to be a bit tense in this pose, particularly if your hips are tight, you're going to tense out. So see if you can soften. If you can't soften, I highly recommend props to sort of support you, and then you can soften into that support. And then with the release of tension, the body opens, and then you can start to remove those props. So just a little bit longer here. The hip is a big joint. Give it a chance. And lift up, plant your palms, inhale, then exhale, chaturanga, step the foot back and lower. Go through the vinyasa to downward facing dog. Raise your right leg, inhale. Step the foot, exhale. Standing splits, inhale, look forward. Lift the left leg high as you fold into the right one, exhale. Look forward, inhale. Step the left foot back to pyramid pose and fold over your right leg, exhale. Come halfway up, inhale. Bring your hands to your hips or forward, exhale. Stand up with strength, inhale. Bring your hands to your hips and tuck your fingers into your right hip crease. Reach your left arm forward as you come halfway down, inhale. And take the hand outside the right foot, exhale. Pull that hip back as you raise your right arm, inhale. Bring that hand to your hip, exhale, bend the right knee. Reach the left arm forward, inhale. Paririta Ardha Chandrasana, inhale. Sit down, exhale, tuck the left knee behind you. Inhale, raise your left arm. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, unwind, raise your left arm. Exhale, sweep your right foot behind you. Come to your fingertips. Inhale, lift your chest. This time as you exhale, we're going to take a twist. So you're going to bring your left elbow halfway between your knee and your shin of the left leg, or you're going to lay the arm down, take the shoulder and cheek down, or you're going to bring the left tricep, you can't see my foot, or you're going to bring the left tricep into the left instep. Keep this right hip rolling down a little bit, hands to heart, spiral your chest open. This requires fairly open hips, so you've got those other two options. Regulate your breathing. and then gently unwind. Exhale. Plant your palms at the front of your mat. Step to plank. Inhale. Lower chaturanga. Exhale. Rise. Inhale. And roll back to downward dog. Exhale. Raise your left leg. Inhale. Step the foot between the hands. Exhale. Come to standing splits. Inhale. Fold into left leg as you lift your right one higher. Exhale. Come to standing splits. Inhale. Step your right foot back and fold into your left leg. Exhale. Halfway up. Inhale. Stand firm in the back foot. Bring your hands to your hips, heart or forward. Exhale. Stand up. Inhale. Bring your hands down. Left fingers into left hip crease. Reach your right arm forward. Come halfway down. Take the right hand outside the left foot. Exhale. Raise your left arm. Inhale. Take the hand to the hip. Exhale. Bend the left knee. Reach forward. Pick up your right foot. Inhale. Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana. Bend your left knee. Tuck your right knee behind it. Exhale. Let me come up here so you can see me. Raise your right arm and twist to the left. Exhale. Unwind, reach up. Inhale. And then take the right leg behind you, the left leg behind you. The pigeon. Sit up nice and tall. Come face on this time. We have the right leg behind us, don't we? The right leg in front of us, should I say. So nice and tall, and then either elbow or shoulder or tricep. I'm going to do it the other way. Really intense. You probably don't need me to tell you that. You're in it. Whew. Gently unwind. Ooh. Plant your palms. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. And we're just going to press back to child's pose again. Knees slightly wider than the hips. I like to just wiggle a little bit from side to side and down. Make your way into downward facing dog. Okie dokie. We're on our way to our peak pose. Body prepped, warm, open, strong. Mind in a state of relaxed, confident concentration. And we are embodied, which means that we are not high on any substance, people, work, alcohol, drugs, that makes us feel an altered state of self. Instead, we are absolutely connected to everything that makes us human. Our limitations, our talents, our virtues, the rebellious side of us. That is when we are ready to attempt or to attain a peak pose. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, bring your feet forward to your hands. Come halfway up, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise to stand. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Bring your hands to your heart center. Exhale. Okay, chair pose. Bend your knees, sink your hips, reach up. Inhale. You can always stay here. Otherwise, you're going to bring your left ankle to your right thigh. Sink your hips down. Okay, so here's another challenge, this pose, standing pigeon. Some of you are going to go on, and that's going to depend upon the twist that you did in pigeon before. So sink your butt deep until you feel the stretch in the hip and the leg, and maybe, actually I've got a little cheat for you, is to bring the outer edge of the foot to that right thigh. That means you don't have to twist quite so far. As you begin to take your left tricep into that instep, you can bring your hands to your heart center, or you can bring your left hand to the floor and raise your right arm to the ceiling. Be balanced. If you're feeling good, where can you see me? You can start to bring your palms to the floor, to the right of the body. Concentrate. Okay, so baby grasshopper, not baby grasshopper, grasshopper. I think we did baby grasshopper maybe last week. Okay, so you begin to bend that knee and crouch down so that your heel is lifted and your left tricep is still outside the right foot. Plant your palms, and eventually you'll be able to pick up that foot. Maybe straighten it. Oh. So none of you have your cameras on today, which is fine. I know that it helps with internet connection, so I'm just gonna imagine that you're feeling friggin' good and nailing it. And by nailing it just means that you're enjoying the moment. Let's see how you get on. And when you're done, just take a break in a seated meditation. So again, you don't have to come now. I'm assuming some of you are still trying that pose. If not, we'll take about half a minute to just recover. Sometimes I like to feel the beating of my heart slowing down. Body returning to calm. We're going to make our way to downward facing dog again. Inhale. Exhale, bring your feet forward to your hands. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Bend your knees, sit down into your seat. Inhale. Bring your right ankle, but really to make this easier, outer edge of the foot to the thigh. It's harder in some ways, but it's easier if you find that you don't have the rotation, if you don't have the twist, okay? And then you can either stay here, or you can start the twist. So I'm trying to look at the camera to address you guys, but actually I find that that does not help my balance, so I'm going to stop looking at the camera and start to twist. Okay. Opening the arms, again, is a little bit more challenging, but it gives you something to kind of help you balance. And then crouch down, plant your palms, come up. Have fun with it. There's one thing I can tell you about asymmetrical arm balances is one side often is your favorite side, just like we have a dominant hand to write with. We sometimes have a dominant side with yoga. And then I'll meet you here. Just letting the body regulate. We're going to make our way to our backs. Just as we began, hug your knees into your chest. Okay, in order to balance things out, we will back bend. If wheel doesn't suit you, you could do bridge. Bridge is more of an opener for the upper body, the chest and shoulders. So this is bridge. You could take something, come into wheel if you're, I'm sure you will anyway, if you're waiting for me. This one will more open up the lower body. I probably would use something a little bit higher, maybe 2 blocks, or some pillows or cushions. This is more restorative and easy, just opening up the hips and the tummy. If you've taken full wheel, take a break. Don't pull the knees in after a deep back bend, just neutralize and maybe twist from side to side. So here's wheel, if you need a demo. Take a break between those. Oh man, I love it. It is so invigorating. But there was a time when this pose did not feel good for my lower back at all. So be mindful of that. Now it's just an incredible chest opener. So we'll do 2. If you have done your second, then just pause on your back with your knees into your chest. If you're supported on a block, you won't need to take a break, so you just do one longer one. Otherwise, come up. And down. I think that pose releases endorphins. Bring your knees into your chest. And full circle. Take your knees right. Take your knees left. We'll finish by getting upside down. So again, this can be very supportive by just putting something to get your hips up off the floor. And then take your legs up in the air. So this is just, anyone can do this. Shoulder stand, I typically do with a blanket. Today I don't have one nearby, and I can do it without. You just make sure that those shoulders are tucked underneath you and that your head just looks straight up. Don't wiggle the neck from side to side whilst there's potential pressure on it, okay? And swing your hips up. Take the legs overhead. Slowly come down. Come to rest. Legs long. Palms up. Limbs separated. Eyes closed. And slowly start to wake up. Take a big stretch. Roll over and meet me seated. Just sit and savor. Feel the spaciousness in the body. Feel your accomplishments. See your potential. Grateful for the day ahead. Bring your palms together at your heart. Bow your head in recognition of the oneness, the essence that connects us together. Namaste. Thanks, ladies. Wonderful to see you. What have I done?